Hello, teachers. Just want to take a quick moment to record a video for you here on Google Meet. This is going to be a very, very basic, simple video on some of the most basic features of Google Meet and basically how to get to it to get to our online meetings that we're going to be having here. So what's going to happen is you're going to get an email from either our principal, Mr. Valtierra, or your department head to join a virtual meeting. You will probably be given a date and time to join the meeting, but you will probably get the link to the meeting ahead of time. And it'll usually come in the form of an email. For example, this is one that I created just a moment ago to show you guys how to use this. So please join us for this Google Meet on X day at X time. So for example, let's say that now is X day and now is X time and it's time for us to get to our online meeting. So at that point, we would click here on the link provided, and this will launch Google Meet for us. And you'll notice I'm showing up here. You will probably get a request for permission to use your camera and your microphone, and you need to make sure that you grant that access to this program. As you can see, my camera and my microphone are both on here, but I still have not joined the meeting. If you'll notice off here to the right, I still need to join this meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and join the meeting. Of course, there's nobody else in here except me right now because I'm just doing this as a test run. But as you're joining an actual meeting, you're going to start noticing people off to the right side here. You'll be able to see who's in the meeting. One of the things that you're going to notice is whenever somebody else in the meeting starts talking, this main video here in the center will switch over to whoever is talking at that moment. It's a pretty cool feature, but it can become a little bit annoying. I'll show you how to switch that up here in just a minute. So real quick, we'll make our way here from left to right. You can turn your microphone on and off here. Right now, you'll still hear me, but if you were in this meeting, you would not be able to hear me because my microphone has been turned off. This is a good feature, especially if we're having a meeting with a lot of people. Sometimes I know there is a lot of background noise. I know my kids are in the next room right now reading, and I may ask them to leave the room so they wouldn't come out on the audio here too much. But if we're having a large meeting, it's a good idea for everybody else who is not presenting at the time to turn their microphones off. That helps cut back on the feedback a little bit as well. And then if somebody were to ask you something, or you need to speak, or you need to put in your 2 cents, whatever it is, you just come here, turn your microphone on, say your part, answer your question, whatever you need to do, and then when you're done, you can turn your microphone back off again. Next thing is the camera feature here. You can turn your camera on or off. For example, here I turn my camera off, but I'm still in the meeting. My microphone is on so people can still hear me, but that feature is there. Really cool feature is captions here. I can turn the captions on, and you'll notice as I'm talking, all of what I'm saying is being transcribed on my screen. Now, these captions have been turned on, only for me. So they are not showing up for everybody who is in this meeting at the time. If the other people in this meeting want the captions to be turned on, they would have to turn them on themselves on their own screen. If there was somebody else in the meeting here with me, you would see, and they were talking, you would see their icon come up here and what they are saying come up just below. So it would be just like a conversation on your cell phone when you text message back and forth with somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and turn those off. The present now feature is something that I will show you guys a little bit later. I'm going to start rolling this out with our department heads as you guys start having your PLC meetings through this program. And then finally, over at the hot dogs here, the more options. You can record a meeting if you want to. You can go full screen. You can turn your captions on and off here. This is a feature I really like. Like I said, whenever you guys are having a meeting, whoever is talking at the moment, their video will come onto the main screen for everybody. And then when somebody else starts talking, the video will switch out to the different person. Cool feature, but can be a little bit annoying at times. So you can change your layout here. This is your default layout that you're looking on right now. The spotlight is just one big video on your screen. The one that I prefer is the tiled. If you go tiled, depending on how many people are in your meeting, you can have everybody's video on the screen at the same time, kind of about the same size, which prevents the changing back and forth. To leave the meeting, you just click leave call. I hope this helps. If you have any questions,